Vicky Turner, aka Spandavia on Twitter, or else at SME Alliance Limited on Twitter, and I'm doing the first SME Alliance vlog. We do lots of blogs, but we thought we'd have a go at vlogging. I think it'll be quite interesting. We've got lots of really interesting characters in SME Alliance, and just to tell you what SME Alliance is, it's a group of business people who all own SMEs and who got together last September, end of last September, and decided that we needed a bit more protection from SMEs, for SMEs, because we get attacked by banks, by poor regulation, we don't get much attention from politicians or government, so we thought rather than moan about it, we'd get together and try and find a few solutions. So we're doing these vlogs, and we'll be doing one a week. Kind of thing we're going to be talking about is, obviously, we're going to be talking about banks a lot, because a lot of our members have been victims of bank abuse or bank misconduct, IRHP, EFGs, systemic theft of assets, GRG. Well, all the big banks really have had issues with SMEs, and that's what we're trying to resolve. But not just, also sort of current affair issues to do with banks. What should we do with RBS? Should we put it in a bathtub and float it down the Thames? Should we try and turn it into a community bank? What should we do with it? I mean, it's a bit of a nightmare for George, isn't it? George Osborne, because we're going to make a loss if we sell it now, but could we make a greater loss if we keep it? So, things like that. HSBC, throwing their toys out the pram because they don't want to be told what to do. And, that's a really big one. That one really puzzles me, because how do you admit to laundering drug money for Mexican drug cartels and nobody goes to jail? How does that one work? How does that fit in with the British legal system? I'm not at all sure. Other things, vulture funds, Cerberus. I'm hearing so much about Cerberus these days. IPs, LPA receivers. And then there's court fees, they've gone up. That's of interest to SMEs. Legal aid's gone down, court fees have gone up. Doesn't really help the situation at all. Regulation. But not all negatives, because, we are always looking for the positives in banking. In fact, we had one of our meetings in a bank, in the Metro Bank. They sponsored us for a meeting. We're talking to people like Eureka, who try and find alternative solutions for SMEs with regard to funding or factoring. So it's not all negative to do with banks. And then there's sort of general things like, this week, we might be talking about the Magna Carta, because we're 800 years old with the Magna Carta. So how do you feel it's going? What do you think? You could tweet us some questions about what we think is the state of the Magna Carta. Is it more like Got Carta now? Politics, obviously, big one. George Osborne, always in the press. They won, the Conservatives won. What's going to happen now? It all sounded so good, but already we're beginning to hear we're going to have a slash here, a cut here, mass austerity. And although it was really good to hear that both George Osborne and Mark Carney noted in their Mansion House speeches that things need to be done about our banking system, are they really going to happen? Does anybody really believe anybody is going to curtail these banks, or are they just going to continue to run riot and act as if they're cowboys in the Wild West? So that kind of thing. Boris, of course, I'm sure we will mention Boris at some stage, because who wouldn't? He's such a character. And when's he going to get his water cannons? And why is he going to get his water cannons? Something that always interests me. Labour Party, what's going to happen to the Labour Party now? All these things are the kind of things we're going to talk about, and you can tweet us questions to @SME Alliance Limited, or you can email us at smealliance2014@gmail.com with questions. And we're going to try and do a vlog once every week. And next week we're going to have Clive May, one of our more vociferous members, who'll be very entertaining. at EFG Bricklayer if you want to send him a message on Twitter and ask him a question that he can answer next week. But all in all, we hope you're going to enjoy our vlogs. I know it's kind of been a young person's thing, but we think we'd be all right with it. We think we'll have a lot of fun with it. We think people will enjoy watching it, and we think we'll be informative. You know, we have a lot of members and friends who've got a lot of really valuable information that we want to share with other SMEs. So I hope you'll join us. Thanks for listening. Bye.